Alright, we got about 10 minutes till... I imagine I'm wrong, it's not even tonight. But I did look at the time, and I'm pretty sure the chapter's tonight, even though it just kind of snuck up on us. Because they decided to not in any way, I guess, elude that there would be a chapter this month. Oh, for my Slayer's pulls? I actually did do some summons on. I probably should have just made a video considering how much I went, but I think my free pull I got, who did I get on my free pull? I think Gory, that's his name? The blonde-haired guy. I got him on my free pull, and then through all the step-ups, I was able to end up with 2 copies for Gory and 2 copies for... God, I don't even know all their names. The other guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to tell you his name, but so I guess I'll just show off my my setup for them right now, since we're gonna be waiting here for a minute. So as you can see here, I do have 1 dupe into his Mirage Art, and then I was also able to get his 5-star, so I'm pretty fine with that. And then, where's the other guy? I am just completely blind, apparently. Oh, there he is. Oh, so going back to it, so yeah, I was able to get 2 dupes of each for them, and then, through the actual diamond step-ups, I was able to get a, so as you can see there, I have 3 dupes in his 4-star, in his 5-star, which was pretty nice to get, but I didn't pull his other 4-star. I was actually only able to pull 1 of his 4-stars, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, he shares Leon's Japanese voice. And then this girl right here, I was able to get her Mirage Art as well. So Lena was the only one I did not get her Mirage Art, but that's okay because you can, it takes a little bit of work, but you can farm 1, or not farm, but you can get 1 free Mirage Art from the event itself. So I'm going to grab Lena's Mirage Art before everything goes away. And who do I think we'll get for 4th anniversary? I think I think one of 2 things can happen for the 4th anniversary. So as you can see, I have 107 tickets. I need another 93 to be able to get my free select Mirage Art. As you can see, it's right here for 200. And then you can get a random 5-star if you grab this one. But as for the 4th anniversary, my original thought was that we would see Emil, Ludger, and Prime Milla's decisive Mirage Arts, because obviously they are the only 3 main protagonists still without them. But with the implementation of dual Mirage Arts, recently, I think there is a good chance they might just capitalize on that. They might pick, 6 hype characters, obviously 2 for each dual Mirage Art. And do that. So, honestly, anything's up in the air. But if they went with the dual Mirage Art, to play it safe, there's Kronos, there's Beasley, there's... Who else do we see? We could see Brute. We could see Maxwell. I think those are the top ones I'd expect to see. I mean, it could be a select. It just... The way it looks like a regular ticket. So I'm obviously not going to buy it and try it, because I already have every, I believe I have every 5-star from the event. So I really just want to save for the Mirage Art, because I'm not going to have time to get 300. You know, we've only got like 5 days left until this event ends, and then presumably part 2 will start. Hey, Sonic, welcome. So we got about 5 minutes till this should start. So what I was mentioning before is that it was very interesting that, you know, they didn't even allude to a chapter up until this point. Now, obviously, they didn't say there wouldn't be a chapter. But it's just, you know, we very rarely have had a case where there wasn't a new character or a new Mirage Art at all. So I'm very curious if there's even going to be a banner. Like, they could just take characters who are actually in this chapter and just throw them on a banner, even though they're old characters. So I guess we'll see here in about 5 minutes. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm not. I already have, you know, a copy of each 5-star for the Slayers collab, so I'm not going to go for that ticket. But I do. It is always ideal for me if I can grab at least every Mirage Art. You know, I really didn't spend that. As you can see, I don't really have many diamonds, but that's because I went back in on the Senel banner trying to get his overray. But as for the Slayers collab, I literally just did the free multi, and then I did the step up to step 5 with diamonds, which is like, what? It's like 300 diamonds, so nothing like huge. And I was able to almost pull everything. Yeah, stealth chapter, it just completely went under the radar. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a normal thing now where we're going to get chapters without new characters. But I still found, you know, not even a new overray or anything like that. Now, obviously, the first chapter had an overray and 2 characters, so maybe they just felt like, okay, that one was pretty stacked. Let's give the next month kind of a rest. Plus, we already have, like, what, 6 characters that came out this month? Yeah, exactly what you just said, that there's 6 characters that came out this month, so it's already pretty stacked. Oh, and I guess people were probably, you know, wondering why I didn't stream the first chapter last month, and that's because last month was such a mess with the release and everything. Like, the chapter released at like 8 o'clock in the morning or something. And when I didn't really feel like streaming when it actually happened, so I just ended up just playing it myself. It is nice to finally have Moses and Jay in the game, though. I actually am sitting pretty nice with them, too. I think Moses' Mirage Art I pulled at least twice. You know, and I walked away with Jay, and then I was also able to walk away with 2 copies of Kokos' Seasonal, which was nice for me, because now I have 2 Mirage Arts for him. Since I wasn't able to pull his Seasonal when I was going for Sheena's. The Arc 4 update is amazing. I love this new equipment update. You know, it's just so much easier. You know, when a new event dropped before this update, it was such a pain. If you summoned at all, you know, having to go through all that equipment, level it up one by one, you know, to get everyone ready, was the most annoying thing in the world. Now it takes literally 2 minutes. You know, you do your summons, you go and you enhance your gear, you equip it, and you're good to go. But as for since obviously we don't know what's going to be coming next, I'm not going to summon for the collab. So if I summon at all, I might give like 1 multi for the collab outfits, you know, for Natalia Guy and all of them. But for the most part, I really don't care about those too much, so I'm really just going to be saving, because we're not going to get anything new until after like the 13th. You know, the 12th or 13th should be when the collab ends. Or around the 10th, I guess. So we should have, you know, 2 events next, which actually we might get another Spirit Gear next month, since we didn't have one this month. I want to say. Maybe? Oh, yeah, I mean, the friend pool summons aren't awful, but yeah, still fix them because it's so annoying, you know, every week having to go sit through those. Okay, so, it is now officially midnight, so let's go over here and see if there's any kind of, like, filler banner at all or anything. You know, maybe, well, there's something. It downloaded for something. Is there anything even here? Oh, it's for the new it's just for the new tower. I guess the new hard mode tower dropped with this, so, this is actually some pretty good stuff here. I don't need any of it, but, it's some pretty good stuff here. Alright, so I guess, yeah, there's no banner whatsoever at all. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, so we might not get... Yep, there's the chapter. Yeah, so we may not get Spirit Gear, next month. We could, but we might not. We might not see a new Spirit Gear till, like... yeah, till, like, January, maybe. Yeah, free Mirage Art ticket once you, complete that. That'll be nice. But, yeah, I don't know what to expect next month. We're obviously going to get some kind of Christmas event, so whatever that ends up being, that'll be interesting. I'm just hoping, because we have 5 characters left that still need to be, 5 main characters that have to be added before the anniversary, like they mentioned, that all 5 of those that are still missing would be added. So, we'll just have to, be careful for I think the only one of the 5 that I actually care about is Regal. So, I need to make sure I'm ready for Regal, because I'm sure when Regal gets his event, it's probably going to be Genis and Rain getting seasonals, and then maybe Colette or... Either Colette or Ewan will probably get a seasonal as well. So I'll just have to be careful with that. But, let's just hop in. Regal added last for me. Honestly, I thought T-Tray was going to get added last, but, you know... Alright, it's weird streaming Rays again, you know, not being able to read anything, but, we'll obviously try to figure out what's going on just based on, visuals here. Someday these two will be playable. I mean, if he's next, then, I'll just spend whatever I get, you know, obviously between this chapter, you know, normal and hard mode, and... We'll have the new tower at the end of the month, so that's another 250 right there. I can probably get myself to a good, you know, 600 to 800 before Regal would even... Even if, let's say Regal's event is on the 10th of December, you know, whenever the collab ends, I would still have 3 or 4 multis to kind of throw at it, so I'd at least get something. But, yeah, it's kind of crazy to think, you know, because obviously the game has tons of life left in it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done this equipment revamp. You know, there are a lot of people that are like, oh, all the characters are almost added. The game must be shutting down soon. And it's like, no, because I just don't understand where that mindset even comes from. Because it's like, even when everyone's added, there's still, like, tons of side characters. You know, that even the ones they teased in the first chapter, you know, we've got Sergei, who's here. We've got all these other, you know, side characters that have never been playable in any capacity, but we've seen fight. So, guess we'll see. Yeah, I hope luck is on my side, too. I'd love to get Regal. I'd say top priority would be Regal and then Genis. I would love to get one for Rain, you know, whatever Rain seasonal ends up being, but I won't be heartbroken if I didn't get something for her. And I definitely don't need anything for Colette if she's the other banner unit. Oh yeah, there's Wingle too. Yeah, Wingle is definitely probably going to come soon. I don't understand that mindset either. Christoria and Rays are 2 totally different kinds of games, but no. If anything, Christoria is more of an Asteria killer than anything because they're both character gotchas. But even Asteria just announced another arc, so I I've even looked at the monthly numbers. Asteria really doesn't make that much at all. But then again, the assets, you know, the actual models for the units, you know, and cards in game probably don't cost as much because they're not as detailed. So I guess they still feel like the money they're making is more than they're putting in. So I guess Asteria still is gonna live for a while. It's at least gonna live for another year. So what are we? It'll be the 7th anniversary coming up soon. So I think Asteria will at least live to the 8th anniversary. Well, Rain, technically, she had that collab seasonal, so I guess there's that. Yeah, it's cheap to upkeep, pretty much. What's real, and the other thing, kind of back to the whole raise point, you know, where all the characters are being added. I think this arc is going to give us, a lot of characters that are original characters as playable. You know, obviously, we finally got Baldur with an actual model. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even, you know, I caved today, and I did the paid multi for that new Lloyd, where he's got, like, those swords where I guess they're meant to kind of, like, deal with Heldolf's, like, malevolence or whatever. I don't know if that's their soul. I know Lloyd, in one of Lloyd's lines, he talks about how those swords, you know, they kind of change depending on who's holding them. But, that's kind of the idea I got from that. But, even then, like, his Mystic Art is just, you know, one of his regular Mystic Arts, and the animation isn't anything too spectacular. So yeah, it probably doesn't cost too much to kind of even deal with that. So what is this? Is this just a rainbow chapter? Can we just use whoever we want? Yeah, it's just a rainbow chapter. Okay. Guess it really doesn't matter who we use, but I guess I can build a... Guess I could just build some kind of like random team here. I think I'll just build a team of characters I need to work on bond levels for, honestly. So, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll do that, and then let's select all the colors. Alright, who do we gotta work on? Let's take a look. Those are all 9, but they're rainbow characters, so I don't really care too much. Okay, so we'll take, Sure. Oh yeah. Oh, Lenneth doesn't have 6 enhancement. Yeah, so we still also need those. Yeah, SAO as well. You know, SAO is. It's been over 2 years since the SAO collab, so we're still waiting on that to make a return at some point. I still honestly think they're waiting to do revamp the collab, but do it with like. Maybe the new guy, you know, Rising Steel, maybe where we get, maybe we'll get, like, Alice and, Adis. Or they may just add, like, Adis herself. And then, of course, Rising Steel would probably get, like, Ix and Melina. Who else do we want to work on? Let's put Patty. It's like I said, it's not like it matters too much. This is on normal. It's only chapter 2, so it's not like not gonna be able to do any real fighting here, but how about we put Grass Valley? Hey, Darkbright, how's it going? You know, it's so weird. I was looking at Grass Valley's thing for a second. I'm like, wait a second. Why is her free Mirage Art on? But it's just the way her artwork is kind of set up for her Spirit Gear. It kind of looks like a free Mirage Art. But obviously that is her Spirit Gear, which I wasn't able to get to 3, sadly. But yeah, let's hop in. I guess this is the team we'll kind of go with here. I wonder what they'll give us at the end, because normally on very hard at the very end, they give us, you know, the crystals, the level 60 crystals for the, whoever the character is. But, obviously we don't have characters this month, so I wonder what's even gonna be there. I can't remember the last time I actually used Kratos like I was actually playing, because even when his decisive Mirage Art came with, you know, Ewan, and Martel, that was pretty much an event you could easily auto battle, so I don't think I even used Kratos that much. Got our big time level 17 enemies. Go, Patty, go. Yeah, I love the Kanonos. Unfortunately, Pasca is still the only one that I don't have a summonable Mirage Art for, but, you know, I've got double for both Earhart and Grass Valley, so I think we're doing okay. Oh yeah, the soundtrack is great. It seems, I mean, obviously, you know, every year they make more money so they can put more into these arcs. And just the game in general. Yeah, Patty Seasonal, we're still waiting on. I'm honestly very curious when they'll actually give her a seasonal, because even with, like, Asteria and stuff, there's not many seasonals for Patty. I think we can pretty much rule out her getting a seasonal in the summer, though, because she came during a summer event, so it really wouldn't make sense to double up there. Oh, wow, Luke doesn't have a seasonal, does he? Yo, that never even crossed my mind that he doesn't have one. That's crazy. You know, obviously, I still think it's crazy that despite all of the Mirage Arts that Colette has, that she doesn't have, like, a regular seasonal yet, because she's got, like, what? She's got, like, 2 collabs. She's got an Overray, Decisive Mirage Art, Spirit Gear, regular Mirage Art, but not a regular seasonal. That'd be kind of cool if they did a special event. Maybe they'll do, you know, maybe for the 15th anniversary for Abyss, they'll do, like, a Master Van event. Yeah, Luke was a launch character. He was one of the original 5. The original, well, 6. It was Yuri, Rapide, Sophie, Jude, Luke, and Saray. And all the other ones that I've just listed, besides Luke, have a seasonal. You know, Jude has a summer one. Yuri has his, you know, the painting one, where he's in his little kimono thing. Rapide has the Christmas one. Saray's is, summer. Funny enough, Saray was one of the first seasonals, actually. And so Sophie's is, what, the Halloween one? I think? Yeah. I think Luke was either chapter 2 or 3. I always forget the order. I think chapter 2 was Sophie and chapter 3 was Luke. And then chapter 4 was... You know what? Instead of me guessing, we can just very quickly go look before we continue. So yeah, it was Yuri, Rapide, Sophie, Luke, Saray, and Jude. For whatever reason, I always thought Saray was chapter 5, probably because he was a newer character at the time. I mean, it wasn't like super new. I mean, it was like a year after Zestiria came out, but funny enough, Berseria wasn't even, well, at least for us global players when we were playing the English version, but Velvet wasn't out when this game launched. Like, Berseria hadn't actually come out to the West yet when Raze actually came out. Crazy how much has happened in Tales of the Raze in these almost 4 years now. Well, Luke technically has a crossover Mirage Art, but not really, because his is still an overray. I assume you meant overrays, because oh, you mean crossover like collab? Okay, that's what you mean, yeah. Yeah, I miss my global account sometimes. Well, actually, my global account wasn't even that good, so I can't really say I miss it too much. Yeah. I was thinking, when you said crossover, because that's what people call the dual Mirage Arts. They call them crossover Mirage Arts, so I got confused for a second. But yeah, I think, honestly, like, if Regal comes in November, like, let's say Regal is the next event. Remember when they actually released mainline Tales games? Yeah, in 2016. I remember. But I think after Regal, whenever he comes, after that I'm just gonna save for the anniversary, because now we're kind of in unknown territory, because they could just do, you know, dual Mirage Arts for the anniversary, and they could be some pretty big things, so I definitely want to be ready this time around, so I think I will mainly skip most things that will come out, or try to anyway. I definitely think this anniversary will probably be a pretty big one to save for. Imagine they did something crazy, like we got a dual Mirage Art for like 2 bosses that have nothing. Like, imagine if they threw Douse and Duke on like a Mirage Art together. That would be crazy. Or I guess Douse and Mythos would make more sense, but Mythos already has one with Lloyd, so. But yeah, as for the whole mainline Tales game thing, you know, Estelle, what does Estelle even still need? She doesn't really have too much, does she? She just has a regular and a seasonal and a spirit gear. I always thought that they would kind of switch things off. So, you know, when... Who was it? I'm trying to remember what the trio was. It was Saray, Yuri, and Jude. When Duke came, I thought the following year they would do Decisive Mirage Arts the opposite way, kind of like they've done sometimes, and it would just be like the heroine of each game. So Estelle, Milla, and then I guess either Alicia or Rose. But they didn't end up doing that. It just depends where she's gonna fit. They have to kind of figure that out. Oh, we're back at this crystal. Speaking of characters that still need their seasonals. Oh yeah, wasn't Estelle matched up with somebody in one of the race polls? Who was it? I forget who she was matched up with. Oh, was she with Philia? Okay. And then wasn't Leia with somebody as well? I think Leia won too. I honestly don't even remember the, like, full results. Alicia and Leia, that's who it was. Malik and Loney. Oh yeah, Malik and Loney were on there too. So, yeah. I don't think those will be the anniversary ones. They said that would be at the next Raise Fest, probably. So, whenever that's gonna be, we should see that. I don't know if that meant, like, a year later or what, but, we'll see that at some point. Go to my box, new 5-star for Ix is in it. On, like, the home screen, or will it already be, like, in my character stuff? I think I remember them mentioning something about a new 5-star for Ix. Oh, looks like you might be right. Oh, look at that. Wow. Alright, let's grab that. Yeah, he has 5. You can't even use all his 5 stars now. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna throw Ix on there. I have no idea what this 5-star even does, so, I guess we'll give it a try. Yeah, probably around June or July, so those characters will probably not get anything new until around then. I mean, they still could. Alright, Kratos, we are going to bench you for right now. Oops, wrong thing. No, come on. I always forget which thing is, There we go, power. Ix being my second strongest character. Yeah, it is a pretty long wait. I don't think I've actually used Ix since the update. I didn't know his thing looked like this on the team thing. You know, for his overlay thing. Alright, guess we'll just replace this one for now. Yeah, more time to save. That's always true. And then actually, he's actually going to be weaker until we actually enhance it, so we may as well get that out of the way now. Oh yeah, new Rising Steel units. That'll be great, honestly. Let's, we're over here. See? It's the most simple thing in the world now to enhance stuff. And just like that, he's done. He's not as strong as, with the other 5-star. But he's still over 10k, which is fine. Alright. Enough about that. Let's go ahead. Let's hop back in. Can actually see what this... you know what? Actually, before we do that, let's head to the dojo and actually see what it does. I'm actually very curious. Kind of a little side tour thing, but I want to see what it does, because we're really not going to be able to really test it out in the story with how weak the enemies are. My X is level 70, so it should be easy to find him down here. Oh yeah, it's such a blessing. Oh, you're new to Tales of the Rays? Awesome. Dora! Okay, so... And I hate fighting this enemy, so... Oh, so... It acts like a new 5-star. Okay, so it doesn't act like a regular 5-star. That's pretty cool. Probably could have done better with the combo there, but... That's some pretty good damage right there. Of course, I poisoned myself with my overray. Alright, that's pretty cool. Yeah, he has 2 charged 5-stars now, so that's pretty neat. I love the new opening for Tales of the Rays. I honestly think it's the best one yet. In terms of both the visuals and the song. And I do like that this arc seems like it's going to be more focused on a smaller amount of characters rather than just having a huge pool of characters that are just like, okay, who's the flavor of the month this time? Because the story started to get kind of convoluted and just not really making too much sense just for the sake of them fitting the characters that needed to come out each month. Hopefully now, you know, whatever characters they add can be mostly saved. By the way, we already tested that, so we're not going to use him for this. Hopefully most of the characters they need to add can be saved for actual events rather than just sacrificing the story to add characters. Yeah, they just put too many. We don't need that many characters in you know, the story, and most of the characters that do get added, just make it so they actually are integral to the plot. So we've already heard mentions of characters, you know, like Sergei and stuff. So Sergei can be a story chapter, 100%. God, this field music is so good. Oh yeah, those Transcendent, 2 through 4, well, 2 and 3 specifically, or I guess 1 through 3, since they're just regular enemies, can be a bit tough just depending on what you have. But that video I uploaded earlier about the cheesing method, you can use on 4 and 5. Perfect. Oh yeah, the victory theme is awesome. Definitely feels like something like out of like Zestiria or Legendia. I'd say it actually probably feels more Legendia than Zestiria. Legendia, a game I actually still need to go back and beat. I started it before I went on this whole Trails series binge. And I still need to go back and finish it because I'm in the character quest portion. Oh yeah, that method, it's ridiculous because it normally shouldn't work, but I guess it's a loophole with kind of like the system of the game. I haven't seen the full list. I've seen some characters talked about here and there, but I haven't seen the full list of everyone that was mentioned. Oh yeah, and the fact that we have Walter and I forget that dickhead's name. But at some point we're gonna have to knock Walter out of it, and then he'll become playable for sure. We'll hit you with this. Easy. Not like I would expect any of this to be any sort of difficult. It will be very interesting to see what we get moving forward, though. I'll just say this. If I get surprised by Zagi and I don't have the gems, I will definitely wail out for him. Zagi is probably my most... Out of all the characters they could possibly still add, he is the character I would want the most. But they could do, like, a Decisive Mirage Art banner with him at some point. You know, just take 3 Vesperia characters and give them DMAs. Which is unfortunate because we already have Yuri's, and I feel like Yuri fits a lot more with him. What phone do I have? I have the Galaxy S10 Plus. Well, I noticed my, kind of on the corner there, it's kind of cut off. Hold on a sec. I didn't even notice it till now. Let's see if there's any way I can kind of... It's not going to fit the whole screen anyway unless I, like... Let's see if we do this. That should actually look better. Actually fitting most of the screen. Good morning, Goluf. How you doing? Did we miss one? Do we have to... Oh, it looks like we gotta climb out. We haven't got one of these in a while. Multitask and try to do these transcendent battles. Yeah. Once I found that method, I was, pretty happy. Or once someone showed me that method, rather. How much did I pay for it? I got it on part of a plan. So, I had like a monthly thing that I have to pay for like 2 years. It's like $30 a month or something. Until it's like paid off. So I didn't pay it outright. Because I have a phone plan through, Verizon. It's always impossible to keep up. I can feel that. Honestly, I'm at the point now where I stopped caring about Arena. You know, I'm not someone who's trying to keep my triple S rank or anything. I'm fine with staying in double S because I literally just don't have the time to sit there and actually play the Arena battles, you know, every day. So I literally just get on, I let it auto battle in the Arena, and kind of see how it goes. Yeah, that method was definitely unexpected. I will say this, probably, I could see them definitely doing another one when this ends, maybe with Barbados next time. I can definitely see them fixing that, because I'm sure they're probably aware that it exists, but for whatever reason, I guess aren't fixing it. But, I guess it could get, well, I guess maybe not, because that would be like, because you can do that on regular raids too, so I guess if they were aware of it, they might have already done something. Yeah, I'm fine with getting my 500, 550 Gleam Stones per week from Arena, and I'm okay. And then I change my team based on who the bonus characters are, like, assuming I have those characters to kind of work with. Like, I definitely put Alicia on my team right now. I didn't put Raven because Raven's not really an attacking unit, and he's not really going to be too useful in the arena. But I definitely put Alicia on there, because Alicia is pretty much, damage-wise, as good as, Milla. Besides Douse, I would say, Alicia and Milla are definitely the hardest-hitting light units currently in the game. Grass Valley's third 5-star? No, I didn't pull any of the, third 5-stars for the Kononos, unfortunately, because I didn't summon. I think I did, like, one multi, but, no, I don't have any of their, new 5-stars. Oh, the full list of, living dolls? Yeah, sure, if you want to post them. Go ahead. And then we got fucking, Demetrius and, I forget the other guy's name. Creepy face over here. I actually haven't gotten to use Ion, really, because I never pulled anything for him, so I can't really say, but he looks decent. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get their third 5-stars at some point. It's just summoning on their Spirit Gear banner. It just, I think I was still going for, the seasonal Martel Mirage Art, so I didn't have anything to spend. Which I was pretty happy I walked away with more or less everything I wanted. I would have liked to have gotten, Fractured Milla's seasonal as well, but if that's the one thing I had to walk away without, you know, it's fine. Glass Stain, that's what it was. Creepy Glass Stain. Oh yeah, Kong Wai is really good. I don't have him at 100 yet because I still need some more materials there, but he's definitely the next, I want to say next light unit I'm going to get to 100. Yeah, because he's already at 90. I can work on Colette after I get him to 100. Right now, during the wind event, I was able to get Saray all the way up to 100 already, so now I'm working on the Summer Earhart, who's at 90 right now. I should be able to get her to 100 during this event, and then my Kohaku, who's not even on my team currently, I can work on her later. I think Wind will actually be my first, well, no. Trying to think if Wind is going to be my first colored team to have full level 100s on, you know, the front row of 4. I really need Earth. That's what I'm really kind of needing now, because Lloyd is my only Earth unit that's at 100. Oh yeah, I've seen that. He definitely wails out on the game. I wish I had the money to be able to do that, but no. I have money to, you know, maybe buy a sale pack here and there, but yeah, no. Oh yeah, he's top 5 in Arena. That's pretty good. Give me all that AP orb. And then, of course, if for people who didn't see my video earlier, I will be doing the Crestoria chapter Thursday night. We'll go ahead and see what's going to go on with that. Oh, hey, Ash. Not who I expected to see in here. Alright, let's get through some of this. Yeah, my big YouTuber money. Unfortunately, that is not enough to fuel an addiction like this. I say as I just bought some more Google Play currency today to get ready for that Kirito and Asuna that are going to come out. Oh, well, thanks, Ash. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, that cliffhanger on Crestoria is going to be... I wonder how they're honestly going to deal with the whole situation about, you know, the girl who's essentially Kanata's sister. Yeah, please fund my anime PNG addiction. Exactly. Oh, we got the animation with chat. Cool. I wonder if they're just gonna do that with, because you kind of have to follow up the meme with Patty. I wonder if every single Mirage Art she gets will kind of just be like, okay, is there gonna be a random mechanic that can be set off here? There she is. Well, there both of them are. Lady Teresa and Artorias. Here's going to be the interesting thing, though. If Artorias and Teresa are here, does that mean that the original Laffy set is here too? Are we going to see him this chapter? Or this arc? Oh, that would be awesome. I mean, a lot of Ifrieds don't even have models, so that'd be kind of hard, but if her SG was like that, I would totally be fine with it. Oh yeah, she'll definitely be playable later. Definitely her and Oscar. We'll get Melchior at some point. I would expect her... I wouldn't expect Teresa until, like, at least halfway through the arc. So at least, like, 6 or 7 chapters. Yeah, where's Oscar at? He's busy being, Discount Flynn somewhere. Oh, is he here too? Are we gonna see him? Artorias and Oscar are Overseer? Okay. How many dark units do you need for the Transcend battles? Honestly, you really don't. If you use the cheesing method that I made a video on, you can really use any colored units, because the key is just to break his gauge, and then you just keep resetting the app and doing all that damage. That's how I always called him. I apologize. If anyone likes Oscar, then I apologize, but it's just like, the way that his character arc went in Berseria, he just felt so lackluster to me. And then I just call him because he essentially fills the role in Berseria that Flynn was in Vesperia. You know, kind of like the character that's kind of just trying to do his best to uphold the law because he believes it's right, but the only difference being Oscar doesn't ever realize what he's doing is wrong. He just doesn't care. He realizes all the people he's hurting and what he's doing, and yet he still continues to do so up until he dies. So, that is why he's Discount Flynn, because he didn't have the end of the character arc realizing that he should stop just blindly following Artorias. Alright, let's grab this. Oh, that'd be pretty cool if she was like a hybrid. Doesn't she fight with like a staff though? It's definitely at least been a year since I played Berseria myself, so I don't exactly remember what her fighting style was. I do see her being more of a spellcaster though, just because, you know, we'll obviously have Oscar being full melee. Oh yeah, for the earlier Transcend battles, obviously you can't use my method. I still wouldn't use a full Dark team because you're going to take that double damage. For the first 3 stages, even with my account, I was using kind of rainbow teams. I was just using whoever my best units were overall. When it comes to light and dark, you don't always want to kind of rely on that because your characters are going to die faster. Oh, Alexei and Jaeger are on there? Okay. Yeah, I mean, Zagi's just kind of like that side boss character that's not like too big, but I'm sure he'll come eventually. He's probably too crazy to be a living doll, let's be honest. Oh yeah, I finally got it. I forgot. That's my first time seeing Estelle's cut-in for her Mirage Art, because I literally just got her Spirit Gear to level 5. Probably like a week or so ago, whenever it was last here. Oh, Van is on. Okay, so we'll see Van. They have so many. That'll be crazy how many characters we're going to have to. Wait, what? Why is there a character thing here? Who would you unlock here? Okay. What is it like? It's like Naza or something? Oh yeah, thank you. At some point I would like to have everyone's spirit gear maxed out, but obviously that's never going to be possible as long as they keep adding more. Looks like the two groups decided to meet up for once. Him being playable is going to be pretty fun. Now that he's not possessing Flynn's body. I feel like they were cheaper with this recent spirit gear than they normally were. Because normally, when you finish everything up, you should have all characters to, like... You basically have them at level 2. And then once you do their first round sets of the shop thing for the bags, you should have them with 200 shards with only 100 left to kind of farm up. But I only had like 100 after that, so that's why I wasn't able to get Grass Valley to 300 shards to get her level 3. A Baldur Flynn Mirage Art would be interesting for sure. I mean, you definitely have to have Flynn in this arc at some point, because obviously Flynn just kind of let him use his body. Yeah, I think they're definitely waiting to redo the SAO collab for something. There's got to be some reason they haven't rerun it yet, because it really would take zero effort to just slap on their 6 enhancements, slap on their second skits, and just do another event. So they're obviously waiting for something. Watch Kirito be the first collab character in history to have a second Mirage Art. People would complain so much, but I just think it would be funny. Yeah, it always feels like the Spirit Gear events are getting shorter and shorter. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Alice would be nice. Unfortunately, I do think Yu-Gi-Oh! Would get screwed out of the deal, because if they wanted to kind of do another collab, but this time with Rising Steel, I think Alice and Adis would come instead. But definitely in terms of gender fairness, Alice and Yu-Gi-Oh! Would make sense. I'm very curious how Baldur's playstyle is even going to go. I mean, obviously, you can see he has multiple swords. But I wonder if he, like, always uses them, or how he's going to work. He feels very samurai-ish. Yeah, I'm never worried about getting a Spirit Gear to level 5. If there's a character I really want, getting it to just level 3 is fine with me. I got actually pretty lucky with the Vesperia ones, because I pulled Yuri and Flynn's off of tickets. Well, I think I got Flynn's during an actual multi, and then I got Yuri's off of a ticket. So they were already at level 3. And then Rapides I actually got from grinding it up. Yeah, like, honestly, let's just go look real quick at how my Spirit Gear setup kind of looks. Yeah, the cut-ins are nice, and I get them eventually, but, So, the only ones I don't... there's really only a handful that I don't... I mean, actually, it's probably about half that I don't have at 5. So I'm still working on Stan. Stan still has a little way to go. I have him at 346. I need more for Sophie. Oh, actually, well, actually, no. We need a little bit more to get Shing up there. So yeah, a lot of my characters are mainly just at like 3 or 4. And then obviously the Kanonos are the only ones that I didn't even get to 3 this time around. But, yeah, for the most part, I have a decent amount of the spirit gears kind of maxed out. I'm usually happy if I can at least walk away with one spirit gear per event, you know, like from the tickets or whatever. And I think the Konono spirit gear event was the first one where I didn't get any of them. Oh wow, you spent 2K on the Vesperia one? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I think I got some of the... Did I? I can't actually remember if I got any of the third 5 stars for this Vesperia one. I mean, we could always look. You maxed all your SPMAs except for Sophie and Kyle? Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, obviously, if instead of summoning, if I actually use those diamonds I would use for a summon, actually farming the event, you know, I could get a lot higher. You know, like, for example, instead of doing that random multi that gave me nothing on the Konono banner, I could have used those 200 diamonds to actually get more shards and tickets. So, obviously, it's something I should keep in mind more often when these things come out. No, I think if Ix, for example, like, let's say for whatever reason, we got our SAO collab, and let's say Yu-Gi-Oh got added, and Ix got a collab Mirage Art for Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't think he would get a new 5-star. I think he would just get the Mirage Art. But then again, I mean, if this game's gonna go for another 3, 4, 5 years, there are gonna be characters who end up with 6, 7, 8, you know, 5 stars and Mirage Arts and stuff like that. So, anything's possible at this point. I'll say this. Raze is at least gonna last as many years as Asteria does, because it makes a ton more money. So if, let's say Asteria shuts down after the 7-year anniversary, or the 8-year anniversary, it's definitely going to live to the 8-year anniversary. That would at least be as long as Raze is going to last. Raze will at least get 8 years at that point. Crestoria we'll have to see, but it seems like Crestoria is doing pretty well so far. Unfortunately, it seems like the one mobile game that really kind of got shafted was Tales of Link. I think in JP it lasted 4 years, and in English it lasted 3 years. Oh, hi, Richter. I just don't know what's, you know, Crestoria has taken characters that have been like anniversary or big, you know, hype characters in like Raze, for example, and just made them regular EX units. You know, having Douse as the first EX unit is crazy. You would think Douse would be something for like an anniversary. So I'd be very curious to see what an anniversary banner for Crestoria would even look like. Oh yeah, I'm not saying 4 years is bad. I'm just saying in comparison to all the other mobile games. You know, Raze is already about to pass what Link had, and Raze is still going to be going for a very long time. They went down at the same time, yes, but the Japanese version did release first for Link. So that's why, even though the global version eventually caught up in terms of content, the JP version was still out a year longer. There's a lot of mobile games that start, like for example, Danmachi, the global version started about a year after the Japanese one, but they've caught up since. Now both games are on the same kind of release timetable. If you mean for Rays, what do you mean by new protagonists? You mean like where it's not gonna follow Ix and Melina anymore? I don't think that'll ever happen. But we might see some new characters get added to like their group. That'd be kind of cool. Some more original characters. Why are you so mad, Cocos? Even Nazo's like, dude, chill. Oh yeah, but I guess they just don't feel the need for Fate to kind of catch up. Some mobile games decide to catch up and some don't. Did the devs say that? I haven't read that anywhere. I mean, if that ends up happening, I guess that's interesting, but I mean, what would you really do? All the Tales characters basically just follow Ix and Melina, so unless you're just going to completely start the story over from scratch, I don't know how that would work. Plus, you've already built up such a, you know, fan base around these characters, it would be kind of weird to just scrap them for something new. I think it's going to be pretty much how Rays and Esteria kind of follows this method too. Every 2 arcs is its own story. So the first and second arc of Rays were obviously part of the same thing. You know, the first arc ended with Ix disappearing, and the second arc was about getting him back. Then the third arc was kind of about this whole living doll kind of like thing going on, and we're still dealing with it in the fourth arc. And where it's probably going to be settled. And then the next arc should be some completely new plot with something. I assume we're probably going to deal with Demetrius in this arc, so we'll probably have a brand new actual villain moving forward. Kogus technically replaced Ix in Arc 2, but that's just because Ix was basically in prison. He was just kind of there to kind of fill that role, but he didn't replace him. Because then obviously in Arc 3 and 4, you know, Ix is back here. But I don't think they're ever gonna like write out Ix and Melina from the story. It just wouldn't really make sense. There you are, you're over here. But yeah, I didn't read anywhere in any producer's letter or any like stuff that came out that anyone had said that this was the last arc for Ix and Melina. I mean, if that ends up being the case, it'll be interesting to see what they do, but it just doesn't seem very likely to me. Time to keep her moving. Kogus' Maddox doesn't love him enough. Oh, and good night, Dark Bright. Thanks for hanging out. Karia's got to get an adult version at some point. Well, regular Karia, obviously. I'm not talking about Gefion's Karia that we already have playable. Coca, stop yelling at Ix. I know you're trying to find your way, but chill, dude. He stopped the fight. Nas is just like, you're both being a bunch of babies. Knock it off. Enough of your squabbles. Thank God I don't have any, like, funny outfits on anybody, or else the scene would probably look ridiculous. He's running off. It's probably best to leave him be for now. Well, kind of. Ixen, well, the body that Naza's in is the original Ix, but I mean, he's still a different person than Ix himself. And then Cocos is obviously just Ix's Mirite. It's kind of like how Karya and Melina aren't the exact same person, but then Melina and Geffion, or the original Geffion, are the same person. Just gotta let him sort things out on his own, Ix. We already know that Cocos' inner struggles is gonna cause him to fight Ix eventually, based on the opening, so we will get to that point eventually. Alright, let's do this. Well, you get AP every time you get 3 AP orbs, and the story gives, basically it overfills whenever you do the story. Or just anything in general. But, my actual, what are we at, like, 263, 264 now? It's just, over 3.5 years of playing. All the character skits that I've unlocked, all the story I've done, it just adds up. Yeah, skits, all that good. I mean, even through, I don't know what the exact number would be, but I feel like even if you just did the story, you should be probably close to, between 150 and 200. like, all the story up to this point. Yeah, at least Patty doesn't die when she uses it in Raise. That would be a little detrimental to her character. Then again, Ion has like a friggin' heart attack whenever he uses his Mirage Art. Frail little boy. All right. Okay, so you had like 200 just from doing the story. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, because you gotta think about it. Every character skit only gives you one orb, so... There's like 170 characters, so just, you know... I guess just divide that by, like, what, 3? And that's how much AP you'd be getting. So that's like 60 AP just from the... If you have all the characters. No, I haven't, because I didn't summon for that either, so I haven't actually seen Ion's DMA animation. I probably saw it at some point when it first came out, but... Oh yeah, there's the XMA skits too. I was just referring to, like, if you just watch everyone's first skit, you know, when you unlock the character, you probably get roughly, like, 60 AP. It's kind of like Min's DMA, but in attack. So what? Min's DMA is just reviving a character. So what is it like that? That's pretty cool. Maybe at some point there will be like a banner I actually need to summon on with Ion on it. I can try and get some stuff for him. Because, like, I really just didn't want anything for Annis. I really don't care for Annis at all. And then once I complete hard mode for the story, I can use all the extra leftover AP on the event, farming more of those tickets. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can call me that. There was really not much about her character arc at all, or just her character in general, that I really enjoyed. There are two characters that I there's really not much about them I really enjoy. I don't want to go as far as to say I hate them, but there's just really not much I like about them. It's just Annis and Rose. Like, if I get their stuff, I'll obviously use them, but I will never willingly go out of my way to summon for them. Looks like we're only gonna get like one more kind of like big story portion before this ends, so. This is obviously an OC, you know, focused chapter. But it seems like it mainly just kind of dealt with, you know, how Kokus is really feeling about everything. And I'm glad all these stages are very generous with that, like, Chiral dust that we need for leveling characters, because I was so worried that it was going to be like, oh crap, I'm all out of stuff. Tokunaga squashes all. Oh, it looks like we're back at the, our floating city. Really makes you wonder how they get up and down here every time. I guess they have a ship at all times, or maybe there's a way they have, like, a teleport circle. I wonder how many houses are actually here, because obviously most of the Tales characters end up living here. You know, the exoflected ones, and I assume they probably live in houses separated by their games. Oh look, we got our Legendia cast here. Norma, Jay, and Senel here, coming to greet us for coming back. Yeah, they have an airship, but my point kind of is like, there's so many groups of them that, you know, are off doing things that, one airship couldn't be available at all times for all of them. Oh, they do have a teleport circle? Okay. Moses and Shirley. But yeah, that's all I was really saying is, like, their one airship isn't enough for, you know, all of them. Looks like our greeting from Team Legendia is over. Moses getting screen time is actually out of this world. Well, look who it is. Reido Herschel. Oh, look who's back. Remember when Marcus was our enemy? Way back when, like almost 3 years ago now. I do like Chloe. I think she's great. She's actually the character I play as most when I was doing my Legendia playthrough. She fits my playstyle a lot more than Senel does, but I still use Senel quite a bit. And it looks like that's it for the chapter. Looks like we get one more fight, though. Not sure what this fight is for, or who we're supposed to be doing this fight, but whatever. It looks like it's just another regular enemy stage, so where is this? Unless there's gonna be like a cutscene after this, kind of showing who this is supposed to be following. Our first chest should be all the way back here. Okay, yep, just a regular big boy boss. Pokemon is dying? What do you mean? Just the franchise as a whole? If you mean the franchise as a whole, I'd say no. As long as there are kids, Pokemon will always be popular. Okay, it looks like they were just fighting their way somewhere. Fanbase, you know, they're just a bunch of, you know, It's just a bunch of adults who don't like that Pokemon is different than they knew it as kids. You know, Pokemon now is much different than how it was 20 years ago, so... In terms of, like, the games, anyway, so... franchises will change when they, you know, stick around that long. Yeah, Pokemon will never die. See, that's the thing, too, is, like, obviously, as, you know, an adult on the internet, someone who's been playing Pokemon since, you know, it came out will definitely be like, oh, this doesn't feel the same as it did before. But if you take some, you know, 8 to 10-year-old kid whose parents bought them a Nintendo Switch and they have the new Pokemon games that don't live on the internet, they're not going to have any complaints about the game, really. They're going to be like, oh, this is Pokemon, this is cool. So, Pokemon has a huge fan base beyond just the small community of people who complain about it online. Like, even me, I'll admit, you know, my favorite Pokemon games are Gold, Silver, and Crystal. But I'll even admit, I felt Sword and Shield to feel kind of lackluster in terms of content. I had my fair share of complaints. I didn't like how... You know, there barely felt like there were any trainers in the game. You know, it mainly just felt like the game's content was like the wild area, but I still had fun playing it. It was still fine. It's not as perfect as I would have liked it, but I still got to play a mainline Pokemon game on my Nintendo Switch, so I was happy. I didn't like Black and White, but Black and White 2 was fine. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say I didn't like Black and White, I don't know. I like being able to have the choice to have Pokemon from previous games, and since Black and White was the first game in a very long time to make it so you only caught the Pokemon from that region until you beat the game. So, it didn't feel like there was a lot of diversity in terms of what teams you could make. But Black and White 2 fixed that by... You know, having a bunch of Pokemon. And to be continued. Looks like we're going to hang out at the bar for now. Yeah, so that makes me wonder what's, like, the reward for completing it on hard mode. I guess there's probably just, like, extra diamonds or whatever, because there's no crystal, unless they just put the crystal for Naza there again. But that's pretty much it. Now I just gotta do hard mode, which we will not be doing here. I don't think the issue is the money. I think the issue is time, because you know, obviously unrelated to Tales. I'll just end it on this note with Pokemon. The issue is that I don't know who it is, if it's Nintendo themselves, if it's, you know, someone else, but someone is making Game Freak pump out these games, you know, every year. This was the first year where we didn't have a new mainline game and they did DLC instead. But... Oh, X 5-star dupe. Oh yeah, I guess you can't summon for it, so that makes sense. But yeah, the whole thing is like, there's always some company... Oh, and there's my final, thing to get here, so may as well use that. Oh, and I guess this is for completing it on hard... Yeah, completing it on hard mode, so you get an extra 10 diamonds there. But yeah, my whole thing that I was trying to kind of get across was that they're always pumping... If they took the time, you know, like Breath of the Wild, for example, like you said, you know, it was a long time between... What was the last console game before Breath of the Wild? Like, the actual console game, not some of the 3DS titles. I think it was, like... Was it Twilight Princess? Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild were the games in between, and that's, like, years. If Pokemon took, like, 3 years off, you know, like, let's say for after this DLC, Crown Tundra just came out, we didn't see a brand new Pokemon mainline game until like 2023 or 2022 at the very least. I think we could have a much more solid game than, you know, obviously we're probably going to get some kind of remake in 2021. Oh, Skyward Sword. That's right. I forgot about Skyward Sword. Okay. And yeah, Summon Time. Let's go ahead and grab my final ticket, which I believe is the Berseria ticket. I think Berseria is the final one that I never grabbed. Yeah, I'd wait 3 years for quality Pokemon as well, but it's just never going to happen because the demand is that, you know, we want to keep the fans interested, so put out a game or something every year. Alright, we'll end off the stream seeing what this gives me. So what do I need from this? I have double Mirage Arts for every single character on here except for Rokurou, but Rokurou's Decisive Mirage Art isn't going to be on here. So, I guess the only thing I really kind of want here is give me Shigure's Mirage Art since I don't have it. Let's see how we do. I mean, if I get a Mirage Art at all, I count it as a win because, I obviously, it's a free multi. Not really expecting anything too crazy here, though. So overall, I think between all the tickets we got, I think I only got like maybe 4 Mirage Arts total. And I don't think at this point I could even tell you what those Mirage Arts even were. Just go ahead and skip it. It's probably going to be nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. But I guess we'll take those dupes that I actually can use. It is kind of unfortunate that they switched it to the, you know, the diamond step up for 6 and 7 is now just mirror gems. It kind of sucks, obviously, for free players. They only get up to step 5, but I guess it is what it is. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. They got rid of all those other banners now. Oh, it looks like they're just gonna have banners for each like chapter. So okay, so this is the new banner. So first one was Legendia. This one's going to be this, which oh, okay, yeah. I mean, this banner is definitely filled with the OCs. I still would really love. I'm kind of tempted to do the half-off summon. I still really would love the Mirage Art for Nazar Mercuria. Let's give it one shot. We'll give it one shot here, since I'm not going to be summoning until next month. Come on, give me one of them. Well, that's definitely a big no. No, I know, but it didn't exist before the chapter came out, is kind of my point. Oh. Oh, we're getting a 5-star. Take that dupe. Yeah, I could have waited, but, I mean, whatever. I think it was fine. I mean, I'll take that dupe. I mean, that definitely helps out my Cocos as well. Definitely will take. Oh, right. Ix is now stronger because of that extra 5-star. And then Cocos is over here with a little bit of a power boost. Alright, that brings Cocos up to 8,000 power, which is pretty nice. I think anytime there's a chance for me to summon for Mercuria and Naza, I'm going to do it because I'd really love to have all the original characters, you know, decently playable. But it looks like now was not the time for me to get something for them. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it for the stream. Hopefully everyone had a a good time. My first time streaming Raise in quite a bit. I think definitely my first time streaming it since the update, so it was definitely interesting to kind of do that with the update stuff. But we'll be back on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern to do the new Crestoria chapter, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And with that, that's pretty much it, everyone. So I hope everyone has a wonderful night or day, wherever it is time-wise for you, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful night, everyone.